It's Friday night. Your phone lights up. Another message. Another invitation. Another plan you already know will drain you. You stare at the screen longer than you should. Not because you're busy, not because you're upset, but because something inside you quietly whispers, I don't have the energy for this. So you type the polite answer. Sorry, I can't make it tonight. You hit send. You put your phone down. The room falls quiet again, and unexpectedly, you feel relief, real, physical relief. Your shoulders drop a little. Your mind finally slows down. But almost immediately, another thought sneaks in. Why am I like this? Why does everyone else seem excited to go out, while I feel guilty for wanting to stay home? And if you're honest, this probably isn't the first time you've asked yourself that question. Maybe you've wondered it after leaving a party early, or after spending an entire day alone and realizing you actually enjoyed it. Maybe you've even caught yourself making excuses just to protect that quiet time, saying you're busy, saying you're tired, when the truth is much simpler. You just wanted to be alone. But here's where things get interesting. Because most people assume this means something is wrong. That enjoying solitude must mean you're antisocial, or shy, or socially anxious. But psychology has been uncovering something surprising. Two people can live almost identical social lives. Same number of friends. Same number of conversations. Same number of invitations. And yet, their brains experience those interactions completely differently. And the difference often comes down to something most people never think about: how deeply your brain processes the social world. Researchers like Dr. Elaine Aron spent decades studying a trait called sensory processing sensitivity. And in simple terms, it means your brain doesn't skim life, it absorbs it. While most people move through conversations without thinking too much about them, your brain picks up everything: tone of voice, facial expressions, the tiny pause before someone answers, the moment someone looks away slightly too quickly, even the subtle change in energy when a conversation shifts. And if you've ever caught yourself replaying a conversation later that night, this might sound familiar. You remember exactly what you said. Then you remember what they said. Then your brain starts doing something strange. It zooms in. Did that sound awkward? Did I talk too much there? Why did they pause for a second before answering? Most people barely notice these things. But your brain does. And once it notices them, it starts analyzing them, almost like reviewing footage from a camera. But here's the fascinating part. Your brain isn't doing this to torture you. It's doing it because historically, this kind of awareness helped humans survive. Psychologists sometimes call this social error monitoring. Your brain constantly scans interactions looking for anything that might threaten acceptance or belonging. Because for most of human history, belonging to the group wasn't optional. It was survival. So the brain evolved to be extremely sensitive to social signals. But in some people, that system runs a little deeper, which means when a conversation ends, their brain doesn't immediately move on. Instead, it replays the moment, reconstructs it, studies it, sometimes hours later, sometimes lying in bed at night. And suddenly, a 10-second interaction turns into a full mental investigation. But here's the strange thing. Most of the conversations you replay like this, the other person forgot 5 minutes later. While your brain is reviewing the moment like a detective, their brain has already moved on to dinner plans, tomorrow's schedule, or something they saw online, which means the moment that feels enormous in your mind may have barely existed in theirs. And this is where understanding your brain changes everything. Because once you see what it's actually doing, those loops start to make more sense. Your brain isn't broken, it's just running a different system, one that processes more information per interaction, which means it also needs more quiet space to recover. And that quiet space often looks like solitude, not loneliness. Solitude. And the difference between those two experiences changes everything. If you enjoy reflections like this, feel free to subscribe. Until next time, take care of yourself and your space.